Poetry, 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 poetry. This is my notebook. Yeah. So before we get started on the poetry reading, which I promised you guys I would do, and look at me, I'm doing it. I'm keeping up with my promises. We are also gonna keep up with this promise. You see this nastiness? Pretty sure I got it whenever I was trying to shave my unibrow off. You see these things right here? These things most people call eyebrows. Well, whenever I don't go shoo 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 to them, they are virtually non-existent. And even though they're virtually non-existent, I still have, like, they connect. There's no beating around the bush on that one. They connect. They are a unibrow. And even though you can't see it, it still kind of bothers me sometimes that there's this hairy spot. So I obviously am a little shy on money right now and am not wanting to spend whatever I don't feel is absolutely 100% necessary to spend. So I cut my nose shaving this part, and I'm honest. I was like, it's sad that I'm more nervous to share this poem with you than I am to share the story about the stupid unibrow. Anyway, poetry. That's what we're here for. Yay! I'm sharing my writerness with you guys. I've only done it once before with y'all, and that was a while ago. It's been a hot minute. I'm gonna scooch ya. Hi, come a little closer. Be my friend. Don't fall though. Would you consider yourself an author if it's self-published? I'm not sure. I'm probably going to do that just because there's a book out there with my name on it out there in the world, and it is a book of poetry. That's not the only thing I write though. I will be sharing excerpts from a couple of my books that I either have sent out into the world, or some stories that I've written that I wouldn't mind sharing with you guys, and I'm sharing my poetry now. It's working. The words. I may write them, but sometimes I cannot speak them. Which is where the ums come into place. And I'm very sorry for anybody that gets bothered by the word It's a part of my life. It's a part of my life now. I have a book of poems, like I said, out. It is one from my past where I wrote those poems, when I was in a dark space or trying to climb my way out of a dark space. So part of why they are self-published is because I wanted to release them. I wanted to show that they no longer have power over me, that I'm not holding on to them anymore. That's who I was at one point. It's not who I will always be. And that is powerful. I will not always be those negative things that I thought or felt or experienced. That's just, none of us will always be that. None of us will just be nothing but negative. Like, Taoism at its finest, yin yang, yo. We all have our good parts, we all have our bad parts, and I wanted to release some of my bad. And I also wanted to show others that if they are feeling these things or they're experiencing these things, they are not alone. And maybe by putting those words out into the world, someone will find them and read them and know that they aren't the only ones that have felt that way before, and they'll be able to kind of let everything go on their own too. I don't know. I feel like that makes sense. I think that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Comment below if that makes sense, or if it doesn't. Like, that's part of why most people want to be writers, right? They just want to connect with other people, and what better way than to get your words out into the entire world? Someone out there is going to connect with it. It's amazing. So, since I did that one, I also, in that process, thought to myself, what better way to continue on my journey of authorship or writership than to continue on my journey of poetry. And because I've been writing poetry since I was a kid, so that's just kind of ingrained in who I am. It's not always the standard rhyming poetry or the standard metrics and rhythm and stuff like that, but they're still poems, and they still mean something, and I'm excited about them. And yeah, so in releasing the negative aspect of who I was at one point, I also wanted to embrace who I'm becoming now. And who I'm becoming now is a more optimistic version of myself, one who believes in hope, who believes that things are going to work out for them, and who believes that the universe is on their side despite anything that might get in the way of where I'm trying to get to. Because no matter what, I'm going to be where I need to be when I need to be there. And that's something that I hadn't really thought about before. So the new book of poetry, the work in progress title is I'm Mildly Distracted. I like to name my poetry books after one of the poems in there, and for now, this one's I'm Mildly Distracted. The book that I have out on Amazon through Kindle, because paperback I was having issues with. Go figure, I always have issues with technology. So the Kindle version though is both. If there is a paperback version, it's called Oneness and Other Poems, and Oneness is a poem that just kind of it's dear to me. Like, I don't know if you can see me like holding over my heart. It's dear to me because it encapsulates the feelings that I had in that era of my life where I felt like I was at one with the earth but separate from other people, and there was a lot of pain and suffering and whatnot that goes along with not feeling like you can connect with other people. And with I'm Mildly Distracted, it kind of, the poems in there are more about hope and regaining that connection and being able to say I'm strong and I can do this. That's not to say that Oneness has poems that don't convey that, because whenever you're fighting your depression, there are moments when you think I am powerful, I'm stronger than this, I can get through this, I know I can. There are moments that just knock you down, like deep down. But I'm not reading I'm Mildly Distracted to you because I want to keep that one secret until it's published. So instead, I'm reading you one that I actually I'd started a little bit of it, and then it kind of progressed, and so now I have it to where I'm just about ready to go through and tweak it and edit it. So getting your guys' opinions is going to be a great thing for me. It's on Notebook. I had it, yeah. Boop, boop. I don't know what the stuff up above is. Oh, pictures that I edited. So this one, the title for it right now could change, just like I'm Mildly Distracted could change for the name of the book, but it's called Don't Change Yourself for Me. You do whatever. This one's called Don't Change Yourself for Me. You do whatever you must to get to happy, and I'll continue to find my own joy. And when we meet, we'll know why the universe wanted us to wait. We'll see each other for all we are. You and me, we're doing good right now. Finding our ways, our paths to us, each other. And when we finally meet, we'll know where we've been, what makes us strong, and we'll share our stories, our love, our sorrows, and our joys. And we will be as we are together. Yeah. So, hopefully you guys liked that. Hopefully it was good. If it was, if it wasn't, let me know. Do the little commenting thing, do the little likey thing, do the little dislikey thing. At this point, probably about 10 people that watch this, so getting feedback is great. Do you like the poetry reads? Do you want to see more poetry read? Do you want to see more story times? Do you want to see more, I'm thinking about doing a cooking video or two. Is that something you would enjoy? I might go on some adventures again since it's nice out. Oh, I just popped. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, evening, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And remember, you're good enough, and that's awesome. Bye. We'll be as we are together. Dog. You'll hear the dog. I can hear the dog.